Hey, I want to welcome you to today's devotion. Today's going to be one of those that may be a little difficult for you, but it'll be good for you. It'll be medicine for your soul. So let's go right now to today's daily devotion. I want to speak to you today about victory over materialism. You know, as I travel around the world, it's a very interesting thing that I see. I see a lot of the places where people are poor, don't have a lot, but they are rich in spirit. And God is moving. God's sending a great revival in those places. And yet when I look at the Western world today, I see something that breaks my heart. We have a lot of resources. We have a lot of things, but we don't have the power of the Spirit of God. There's not that sense of revival. There's not that sense of desperation. Jesus said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of God." And you know, there's something about having this poverty of spirit. Now, I know poverty of spirit and poverty of physical material things is not the same, but I do believe that often what happens is with materialism, we cover up the poverty that is in our spirit and in our hearts. And we need that changed. And one of the things that we can do to change that is to just do what Jesus said. And in Matthew chapter 6 and verse 33, he said, "But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you." Now, what was he talking about? All these things. He's talking about the material world. You put first things first. And the first thing is the kingdom of God. So I want to just encourage you, first of all, to put Jesus first in your life. You know, it's not money, it's not things that are wrong. The Bible doesn't say that money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. So what happens often is we take our love for Christ and we replace it with love for things. And we say, oh yes, we love Jesus, but we don't love him first. And we need to seek him first. We need to seek his kingdom first. We need to put him first. It's the love of money. It's that passion for money that really is what is a problem. Now, believe me, I've met some very wealthy people who love Jesus and love him first, and they have put him first. And how do you know when you put Christ first if you have material wealth? Well, there's a couple things. First of all, you're going to be interested in his kingdom. And some of the people that I know who are wealthy, I mean, they could be spending their money on a lavish lifestyle, and they have a lot of nice things. But I want you to know this. They have decided to make the kingdom of God priority in their lives. And they look forward. Their joy is in giving to the kingdom of God and things that will help the kingdom of God. Another thing is you'll love people. You'll care about people. You'll want to reach out to people and help people. I tell you what, people who have followed this basic biblical principle have been people who have taken their resources to help resource others in the kingdom of God and build them up in their kingdom and in the kingdom of God. So what we need is we need to seek his kingdom first and his righteousness, and all these other things will be added unto us. That's what Jesus said. You know, when my wife and I got married, right before we got married, I told her, I said, you know, I can't promise you that we'll ever be rich. I can't promise you that we'll have a lot of things, but I can promise you this. Life with Jesus and life with me will not be boring. And I've kept both promises. We're not rich and life has not been boring. Oh, I tell you what, the greatest joy you'll ever have is putting Christ first, his kingdom, following him, doing his will, loving him, seeking his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these other things will be added unto you.